So after sorting all the awesome stuff that I got from Insidious Nixies, I hope I got the right clock on display. It's the fine German piece Nixie clock. If you can see that a little better. I don't have my 18 to 55 zoom in there, so that's as close as you're going to get. So, going on with more Nixie stuff. Of course, I had a couple of stories on how a couple of clocks went to hell. The ice clock. So, I had to order some new ice tubes, the IV whatevers, the big long tubes. So I got them here. So I got two, one for spare and one to put into the ice tube clock, and hopefully that takes care of the little oddity segment that is like super bright. So these guys are the IV18s. So these guys here, and these guys come in a couple of different flavors. This is the shorter of the tubes. There is a longer version, and someday I do have plans on getting the longer version of the ice tube. This one comes in two different flavors, like I mentioned earlier in a previous video. You can see how it's got like a black background. You can see it a little better with no lights on. The other ones, you can almost see right through it, where you can read the digits. They're kind of like floating in the wire frame here. So I got two of them. So I'll be having a video on that repair of the ice tube clock. That one's an Adafruit type clock from that kit. And of course, like I said, I got spares, a spare tube, just in case it doesn't work or something like that. You don't have to reorder it and wait a month. And then I got some other tubes for another project. So I got some more tubes here for a future project. So these three here, they come in a bundle that I bought from eBay, because I need 2 out of 3, I think. So I ordered a couple of different tubes, 3 tubes, comes in a 3-pack. I need 2 out of the 3. So one of these tubes is a In19A. The other one is a In19B. And the other one here that came in the pack is also a 19B. So I need them for another Nixie Therm type display gadget. So it's going to display the temperature. So I requested the board to come in Fahrenheit. So you got to get the corresponding tubes. So it's a 4-tube Nixie Therm. So the first tube is going to tell you plus or minus whether the temperature is going up or down, and then the next 2 tubes are your standard In14s. So that gives you all your digits. And then the other tube is for the, it'll be displaying, in my case, F for Fahrenheit. By default, the kit comes in Celsius, so you have to request it to be put in Fahrenheit. So I have that kit here. It's in one of these little, and then it is in kit form, so it has to be put together. So here's the kit. It's a 4-tuber for the various different tubes I'll be putting in it that I just previously mentioned. So this guy came from eBay, from long ways away. one of them ones where the it gets new labels every time it passes a territory, stuff like this. But this is the I believe the eBay seller is VFD clock. I have to go search that to see which one it is. Yeah, eBay seller VFD clock. So he sells a couple of different pieces on here, and that's what I got. So I got the 4-tuber because it's awesome. Because I got a 2-tuber, but it's a little, I don't know, it's a little janky. It's okay for what it is, but it's like it only tells the temperature in 2-degree steps and stuff like that. So another clock kit to build, and the instructions are on the website. So you got to go to vftclock.jisdo.com, and they got all the board layouts and instructions and such. And it tells you that you need to get the tubes because they don't have the tubes when you buy the kit. So you got to buy the tubes separately. So you got to go out and get your own In14s and the other two specialty tubes, the 19As or 19Bs, depending on if you're displaying Celsius or Fahrenheit and stuff like that. So like I said, they come in a 3-pack, so I just bought all 3 tubes. So the other tube there, it displays frequency and hertz and stuff like that. So if you look up, you Google search the various different Nixie tubes, like the 19As and 19Bs, they'll tell you the what it displays in a graphical term. So that is that kit to be built. Literally took a month for all this stuff to come because of overseas type stuff. So while I was on the site, I looked around and I says, I wonder what else Mr. VFD Clock has for sale. I says, I'll get a little something extra to throw in the box. So that's what I have here. That's the chipsets for that clock. So all the bits and bops. This one's a nice kit. It has all the socket pins for the wire legs of the Nixie tubes. So you can just plug and play. In case you get a bad tube, you can just easily swap it. So that's all the little bips and bops. And then this one is all the driver chips and octo couplers, I believe. Of course, what do I know? I'm not a super electronics genius. I'm just a hobbyist. I see a 4-pin chip that looks like an optocoupler to me. So that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Doesn't really matter. I'll find out when I build it. And then the other little gadget here is, of course, VFD clock. So I says, you know what? I got one VFD clock. I think you can see him there, plugging away. He's a pretty cool clock, but he doesn't like to be unplugged because as soon as you unplug him, you have to reprogram it again because he doesn't have a backup system. So I got another IV single Nixie clock. So this one's a pre-built. It's already pre-built. All you got to do is take the wrapper off and peel off all the bits and pieces. And this one's got a LDR in it. I can see that already. It's got a built-in backup system. It's got a kind of like a rechargeable battery in there. Right there. Looks like a little button cell, but it's got straps on it, so it's a rechargeable one. And this one takes a VFD tube. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it's powered by a micro USB mini. So you need that kind. And that's what's in this little coffin. Is a VFD tube. Very well packaged. Be careful you don't break the nipples off the tops of the tubes. Once you let the vacuum out, that's it. It's done. Of course, with a VFD, the little getter in there turns white. Just gotta get this saran wrap off the tube. Get off my tube. So this one's an easy one to play with. Make sure all the pins are somewhat straight, and this one's got a gap in it, so you can't screw it up. So look for the gap in the pins, and then we'll just should do this with more light, but we'll go for broke here and just try to stick it in there. And before I drive it in, I'm gonna make sure that all the pins are in the sockets. Looks like they are. Baby! So, we'll see if he works. He's a USB micro, not micro, mini. Luckily it comes with a cord. That's awesome. Stick him in there. Stick him in there. And he lights up. Of course, they got a blue LED in it. Of course, I'll have to download the instructions to figure out whether it's a 24-hour clock or it's configurable to be a 12-hour clock. Not that it matters to me, because I go either or. I got clocks set up as 24-hour time. I got clocks set up as standard, regular Generation X, Z, XYZ can read it. They have a little hard time with single Nixies or single VFDs also. They're like, can't figure out how to tell the time on that. It says 1, 0, that's 10, 4, 2. So 10:42. What's so hard? And we got the little LED is breathing in there. I would assume that you can set him up because he is a RGB. So he's either set up to blue or white. So that's that. So that looks cool. Another clock to add to my collection of Nixies and VFDs. And then since I had to order In14s for that Nixie Therm, that's the last item in the bag. And I'll torture everybody by winding up my cord here, because you'll skip ahead anyway, or skip to the end. That's how you YouTubers are. You've got no attention span to anything. So these are new old stock In14s for that clock. They're actually very nice looking tube. These ones are a little different than my other In14s, where the getter apparatus is all on the top of the tube, so it gives the tube a little extra taller compared to the other In14 that I got. So you can tell that from here to here, there's a lot of space in there, and that's all where the getter is to absorb all the contaminants that I'm in there while vacuuming out, or as the thing gets sealed up, it attracts all the contaminants and stuff like that. So we got lots and lots of kits to build. We got lots of clocks to display. We got some clocks that need repair. We got some other stuff that needs to be attended to. Of course, I also got some other life-changing things going on in my little part of the world, which is, for me, a big leap to, for me, it's liberation of mayhem, so I'm happy with that. Had to make some tough decisions on whether I want to stay at my current place of employment or leave. So I chose to leave because things ain't looking good for the near future. So I says, me. It's all about me now, not you there, boss man. Of course, the way I went about it is not accepted, but I won't go into full details about it because it really doesn't matter to most of my viewers anyway. So that is it for this particular video of some more Nixie stuff and VFD stuff. So if you're interested in that stuff, I know some people are and some people are not. It's kind of like a niche type subject and video that, you know, is not really hugely popular because the YouTubes are filled with YouTube videos of Nixies and VFDs and clocks, and you know, some of them are good and some of them are bad, and some of them have quite a few views and some don't have hardly any views. So something that I'm accustomed to is not a lot of views on the majority of my videos. I do have a couple that are doing quite well, but very slow in the AdSense. So that's just the way it is for a small channel. You know, I didn't make this my career. You know, some people make YouTube a career and make a lot of money. I most likely never will. I mean, I've been monetized for over a year now, and of course I haven't got anything from the AdSense yet because my views are so low and so short and stuff like that. I mean, it's been 14 months and I'm only up to like $61, so I haven't even met the $100 threshold yet, and it's just agonizing. I mean, just the amount of pennies that comes in every couple of weeks, it is what it is. So like I said, I never intended to have YouTube as a career or a big money making thing, because it's not my thing really. Just a show and tell of all the wacky gadgets and stuff like that. But the channel does have some beneficiaries, like you know, my latest supporter, Insidious Nixies. He supported the channels with very, very awesome Nixie stuff. I mean, a lot of it is high dollar, high end electronics kits and stuff like that. Like this German piece up there. That's a very, it's a fine piece. I mean, it's just like, wow, nice. And to have something like that, and to have somebody give you one to support the channel and show it off and stuff like that is awesome. Of course, I've had some other supporters, like like when I had that Bluetooth transmitter thing there from one of my other supporters, and of course I get other offers from the Chinese and stuff like that, like that doorbell, that video doorbells, that was sponsored to the channel free of charge. That was awesome. And then I had the, like I said, that electronics one there for the Bluetooth audio input thingy that you can just hook up the speakers and have it run. And then of course I get a couple of solicitations of, hey, you want to check this out? You want to check that out? I'm like, yeah, as long as you send it free of charge. So I'm not going to be one of them guys where, you know, I pay you, I wait a month for your product to show up at my door, and then you beg and holler and scream at me because you want a video review, and then, you know, you kindly refund the money. I'm not that type of tuber. Of course, there's a lot of other tubers that are the same way. If you want your product or item showcased, you got to send it free of charge. I got my address and my info on the front of the homepage of the YouTubes. If you want to send stuff, that's fine. Of course, if you want to solicit, you know, of course, you can contact me. It's all there in the on the homepage of about and stuff like that. But I prefer to have stuff sent to me. I've had plenty of other stuff sent to me free of charge that was pretty awesome. You know, I have no use for some of it, but, you know, regardless, still cool to have it shipped to you for free and have it showcased. So enough of me rambling on about this stuff. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, because I know there's a bounty full of people who watch and don't subscribe, and I know that there's many other channels that they have to do this all the time. They have to beg you to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. How hard can it be? That's all it takes. Just hit the button. That's all. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.